Should you dine in Pixar Place?
Prince of the Bear, today we are indeed the Disneyland Resort because it's time to eat at
the Great Maple.
They say great and we say yum because your number one choice in food infotainment. We're here to eat things so you don't have to. Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. I think these would make a good tattoo.
It's time to foodie and chill. Let's do that. This is a patty melt. Now, the Impossible patty on this is actually beet infused, so it's a little extra red than what you would typically see with an Impossible patty. And I don't know the order in which this video is going to post, but I will tell you that this is my first... I guess I could do it like that. This is my first Impossible burger that I have had whilst in California. I don't know if I'm gonna be eating Impossible when we go to Disneyland, DCA. We'll see. We haven't done that yet, and I don't know if this is gonna post before or after, but either or, this is my first one of the trip. I've done Beyond at Universal. I've never had a beet-infused Impossible patty. The last time I had a patty melt was at Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe, and their food is terrible. I actually got food poisoning last time I had one there, so I'm good with trying this instead. Holy patty melt, Batman. In-N-Out, you guys need this because it tastes like an In-N-Out burger to me, like if they had a vegan one. There's been a few different versions, like there's a burger at Disney's Pop Century Resort, which has like a plant sauce on it that is very reminiscent of In-N-Out. And I have been saying for a while that's my favorite Impossible burger. I want to say since June or July, maybe earlier than that, when we did our Skyliner crawl. Check out that video. I had yet to find an Impossible burger that I loved more than that. I just found it. This is like crack. This is the stuff of dreams. Like, the sauce is amazing. The Impossible, there's no, like, you don't taste any beets to it. It just gives it like this extra oomph that you don't really expect. It just makes it more like meaty, if that's even possible. And then the cheese is amazing. The sauce I'm obsessed with. I could actually like get more of that sauce and like dip my fries in it and stuff. That is fire. I'm gonna be dreaming about this for a while. This is a 5 out of 5. This is a Princessities item. Can get you this patty melt.
We go some places, especially like when they have like a sandwich section on the menu. I sometimes feel like the sandwiches are going to be less than. They're going to be like a super small portion, or it's like you're not getting the best they have to offer. But given how they plated these and brought them out, they're putting a lot of care into even something as small as a sandwich. It's beautifully toasted bread, the color on that Impossible patty, the cheese, the sauce, like the pickles. This is looking like elevated American diner. And given that this is like an elevated American fare style restaurant, this makes a lot of sense. That flavor profile is something unique and special. You can't taste the beets uniquely, but they add this sort of modifier to the Impossible flavor that gives it this flavor of like a blended house patty burger, which is basically what this is. It's just plant-based meat instead of real meat. That combined with the sauce and the pickles gives it a very unique taste. I love the bread. It's like very like rustic. My only critique would be a slightly more toasted bread, but that's nitpicky. You like your toast how you like your toast. That is a very thick and filling sandwich, and the flavor, I wish that could hang in my mouth for at least the next 2 or 3 days. That is amazing. That 4.75 out of 5 plus. Continuing with my staples of the house, here I am ordering things with maple in it, given this is the maple-themed restaurant, but this is their maple BLT. You have this thick cut stacked bacon, even thicker than the one that you might see in some of their drinks. You have tomato, lettuce, a little bit of mayo on thick cut rustic bread. I'm excited. In danger of sounding a little bit too Floridian, I have seen Publix subs that don't have meat that thick. That bacon is thick. It's like 3 or 4 pieces of thick cut bacon, like hard tack style, so when you bite into it, it's nice and solid, but chews well. It's not like overcooked or burnt. It's got a nice like oaky flavor to it that mixes well with the mayo and the lettuce. On the bread, that's a hearty meal. Okay, I know it looks like just a sandwich, but it's a perfectly executed sandwich. I have no regrets of that 4.25 out of 5 clause. I like a good sandwich. That is known. This is a good sandwich.
This is one of 2 side options that you can get with the sandwiches. Bear got the other one. He'll review that shortly. Frites. Now, the frites usually come with ketchup, but of course, in typical princess fashion, I had to get mustard. So, get a little dip action in here. It's like your typical Disney shoestring fry. And it tastes like your typical Disney shoestring fry. I feel like I'm back in Florida. I have no notes, but also I'm probably going to donate these to the Bank of Bear. Give them a 2 out of 5 fries. I just don't find the Disney like typical fry that exciting, unless there's toppings on it, like plant sauce.
I wouldn't really say that we're ashamed of it, but we've been doing these videos now for over 7 years. If you see us reviewing Disney shoestring fries, it's either one, because we want to show you all the options available, or there's something unique. This is in category 1, because honestly, Disney shoestring fries are not exciting. They rarely change. They're either good or they're terrible. There's no fantastic. It's like these are passable fries, or these are some of those god-awful shoestring fries that ever came out of the freezer. We'll see which ones these fall into. I'm going to do catsup, the blood of a tomato sacrificed for my own enjoyment. Satisfyingly crispy, unsalted. It's a typical Disney shoestring fry, at least what the typical baseline should be. Any worse than this, you're going to have a problem. Rest assured, the Great Maple, they got you. 2.75 out of 5 claws. The other option for a side with the sandwiches is their field green salad. There's a little bit of cheese in here, and it comes with a base of the maple vinaigrette dressing on the salad. Now, you also have the option to modify your side, so you can go with their Parmesan truffle fries for an upcharge, or you can do their Caesar salad as an upcharge. A base salad is fine with me. I love a good rabbit food. And champagne maple vinaigrette, you have my attention. Can be made vegan if you remove the cheese. Cheese, obviously, defaulted in here, not vegan. Honestly, I taste the champagne very much more than the maple. The maple is very slight. It adds like a sweetness to the end of champagne, so it doesn't have like that crisp or like bitter finish. But honestly, it goes well in the salad. As far as side salads go, it's above average. 3.25 out of 5 claws.
I guess I'm just rosé all daying it. I mean, it's not all day, it's just tonight and just for dinner, but rosé all day. That one is very bitter for a rosé. Yeah, I like grapefruit bitter almost. I don't know how I feel about that. Probably not one of my favorite rosés. I'd probably give it like a 2.5 out of 5 rosés. I'm not roséing all day this one. I'm so glad I didn't get a bottle.
Maybe it's not rosé all day. Maybe it's rosé sometimes. And that's where we land. And if we're going to go in the Great Maple, why not sip wine amongst the fake trees and all the Pixar art? This hotel is gorgeous. If it wasn't $400 a night, I might want to stay here. At least we can come visit and eat and drink. Ooh. It's a very ripe grape, which I think lends towards the bitterness, but it's got like a flavor complexity that I really like. It goes down really smooth. I would expect with it being so tart and bitter that it would be very sharp, but it's a very clean finish. It's very like sit in your hotel room window and watching credit coaster go by, level 1. I would give that 4 out of 5 claws. Old fashions all the world around. A maple bacon old fashioned. It's not the first time I've had this. I can't remember if it was at Steakhouse 71 or maybe in Wilderness Lodge, but it's not the first maple bacon old fashioned I've had. So it's a maple washed bourbon with a piece of bacon and the normal bitters and everything else. It smells like breakfast in a glass. It's very oaky, very woodsy. It feels like a maple tree with bacon in a glass. Very sippable, very tasty, very of this hotel. 4.25 out of 5 claws. I'll admit that the servers and the managers here talking big game. Before I had even ordered our first drink, they talked me into these signature donuts they have, and they do a seasonal donut every month, which sounded all right, but this is their actual like staple signature donut, which is like their maple donut. So you have a maple bacon donut. Now these are yeast-based donuts, so they're like more cakey than like a what I would prefer from a donut, like Krispy Kreme, like melt in your mouth style donut, which I think is a superior donut, but I know that most people don't agree with me, but that's fine. I'm a Georgia boy, like 1/3, 1/4 of me anyway. So I decided to try these. Now, when I saw a trio of donuts, was I expecting 3 absolutely massive honking donuts on this plate? I was not, but we commit to our mistakes. So I'm going to go ahead and cut in like a civilized bear. And we're going to have us a donut, some bacon, and maple. And it smells exactly like you expect. Maple, wafted in the nose, bits of bacon, and cake. And it's a drippy boy. Dripping all over the table almost. That is actually quite delicious. I can see why they were at braggadocious level confident about these donuts, because even though it's cakier than what I prefer in my donuts, it's still really soft, really moist. That glaze of the maple and the bacon on top is delightful. Now, if you think this is too much, they did provide me the option to order a single donut. Mind you, when they offered that, I thought they were going to be mini donuts. So if you just want like one donut, you can get one donut. I still think that a single donut is 100% splittable between 2 people. This is like donuts for like a table of 4. This is a massive dessert. If you had wanted to come here and just get this, remember, it's your vacation. If you want 3 donuts and nothing else, go ham, as they say. Literally, because of the bacon on top. I'd say 4.75 out of 5 claws. It's a top tier signature dessert. Eye is full.
And I loved the entire meal. The entire experience was amazing. And we get to take my grandma home some leftovers.
Yes,
Yay!
we're bringing her treats. We came out here to visit the princess's grandmother as well as hang out around Disneyland because, well, why else would we come to California?
Right.
But this hotel, honestly, we could have walked around here for hours. It's not very big, but there's so many details hidden everywhere in here. We just want to sit here all day, eat and drink.
If we weren't staying with grandma, I would want to stay here.
I guess we can just start a fund for the princess's next birthday to stay here.
I don't think grandma would appreciate that.
We're always on to stay with your grandmother every time we come here. Maybe one night.
One night she might be okay with.
Okay, but I don't know what you guys think, given what you've seen. What do you feel about the Great Maple? I feel like this is an awesome addition to the resorts here at Disneyland.
I agree.
And the food is up to par. So let us know what you guys think in the comments below. As always, if there's anything else you can see us do, that will always be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell and see other videos like this. And
we have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, Bear might eat himself into anxiety.
She's trying to turn me inside out.
Oh.
What you heard there?
See